If you're helping your parents think about their home, there are three decisions most families avoid, and that's what creates stress later. I've seen situations where lack of clarity leads to probate issues, sibling disagreements, and rushed decisions later. In this Salt Lake Valley real estate explainer, we walk through three essential questions adult children should ask their parents about the house before a transition happens. Here's what I see families wrestle with the most. The house is the family's largest asset, but it's also the one that's least discussed. Parents often assume that it will just work out, and adult children don't want to push the conversation. So nothing gets clarified until a health event or an urgent timeline forces decisions. I usually break this into three simple questions. Is the house in a trust? If it is in a trust, that helps avoid probate delays. It creates clarity on ownership and authority right from the very beginning. And it helps prevent legal complications during an already emotional event. Second question, what happens if you can't live here anymore? This question answers whether you want to age in place, or you want to go to assisted living, or you want to move in with family. There are financial implications of each of those decisions. But it's important to have this discussion because this way you can make a plan and work on the timeline instead of being forced and having reactive decisions. The next question is, do you want us to keep or sell the home? Because there is some emotional value, but there's also a lot of financial value. And adult children will be the ones responsible for the maintenance. And that's a reality. Somebody's going to have to maintain the property. Do we rent it or do we sell it? What are the expectations? So these are the things that we want to know if we're thinking about keeping or selling the home. None of these have right answers, but having answers changes everything. A couple of mistakes that I see families make is that they wait for a crisis to have the conversation. They assume that all the siblings will want the same outcome, and they don't understand the legal setup time, trust versus probate, and they make fast decisions under pressure. In the Salt Lake Valley, this matters. A lot of longtime homeowners are sitting on a lot of equity. Inventory and timing can impact whether a home sells smoothly or under pressure. And we're seeing more and more multi-generational decision making than ever before. You don't need to solve this in one conversation, but starting with these questions, you can prevent a lot of stress later. If you want help thinking about your specific situation, I'm always available to walk through it with you.